All right, so we are back at it with the ZJ XJ seat swap. Let's head to the back. All right, first thing you're gonna want to do is cut these little tab thingies off of the rear, right here. 1, 2. So both of them got two little bracket things with the tabs on them. Snip those off like this, like that. Cut those tabs off so when you swing it, they don't interfere. All right, so second thing you're gonna have to do is trim the seat belt right there, because obviously it's not gonna seat properly unless you do that. So you're gonna trim the foam, sorry, not the leather, because this guy's a little too big. I will post a link in the description of the guy. He shows you exactly where to cut it. I'll try my best to show you too on camera, but like I said, I'll post that link in the description. All right, so dude on the forum said cut it right here, so right down there, go straight down from here. So get your angle grinder, sawzall, and cut that part off. Then cut the cushion underneath, and then pull this around. Pull it around. You can drill holes to put these guys right in there or wherever it'll meet up. All right, so I got that part cut. The plastic, I just trimmed at an angle right here. Trimmed because I don't think I need to pull all of that off. Oh, I did pull a piece off right here, I guess. So that reduced it from there to there. So I'm thinking that's enough. You're gonna have to make it to whatever's perfect for you, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and ride with that. But strong advice, just cut a little bit off at a time. Little bit. You don't want to cut too much off, then you got a big ugly hole in your seat. So a little bit at a time. And I might have to cut more, but we'll see. But it's going to be different for everybody, depending on where you want your seat to sit. So a little bit at a time, cut, just don't overdo it. All right, so this is how much I trimmed off, and this is both seats. It does not take much effort to trim that stuff off. There's not much you got to take off. Like I said, a little bit at a time so you don't overdo it. This is what it's looking like so far. Like I said, dry fitted, just like he did the front, dry fit. And once you know you're good, come down in here and drill your holes. Also, these do sit a little high, so you can take that foam and trim a little bit to kind of get to sit lower. I'm not sure I'm gonna do that or not because I got young kids, but that is definitely one thing you can do. Trim the bottom of the cushion and drop this whole back seat lower. Starting to get a little bit of rain, so hopefully the camera don't pick up too much of that background noise. But I got the bottoms of the benches drilled out, and let me show you. Here's the rear. Make sure you pull this bunch of wires down so you don't drill right into them. But it's not perfect yet because I'm gonna do all that off camera. I'll find a little adjustments. It'll be self-explanatory, but see, it's not as straight as I want it yet. I might have to trim a little bit more of that off. But anyway, here's the front, and it's super simple. I'll go over just like I did in the first video, I'll go over the bolt sizes and lengths and all that. That way you go to the part store only one time. But yeah, so far, that's them. All right, all that's left is getting these. I'm gonna go on the other side for you real quick. Right here, we got, hold on, let me readjust. That'll bolt up somewhere like that. It's sliding down right now because I'm holding with one hand, but somewhere around there. And this little guy, There it is. Got to kind of stay. Now I gotta climb in. This little bracket right here needs to be flipped around. That is the flipped position. I'm gonna show you how it is originally. It's originally like that, and you just flip it around, and it just slides right out. Let me see if I can get it. Yep, just like that. You just flip it around and put it on backwards, and then you'll drill a hole right through there somewhere about there. So you drill that hole, and then you'll drill that one underneath the bench. You will have a gap. Let me show you. You will have a gap right here. There's nothing you can do about that. Well, there's nothing I've seen you can do about that. You might get a little more creative than me, but I'm just gonna leave it. It won't bother me too much. But yeah, you have a little gap right there, and it'll be the same on the other side. But the gap in between these two, the 60/40, in the center there will be non-existent. So that'll be a good thing. This is gonna be extremely difficult on camera, but I'm finding it best to let me see. Excuse the noise. See if the camera's moving around. Okay, I'm finding it best to hold it where you want it. I got my hand up here holding it, and then you got your bench. Of course, this would be a lot easier because you'll have both of your hands. But drop that down and drop it until you are able to push that in there with little to no effort. And once you got it where it's swinging open and shut, or up and down, you know that's where you're going to want to drill your hole. So like I said, excuse all the motion sickness you might. All right, so like that, once you got it where you want it, come in with a Sharpie or something, and like I said, trying to do this one-handed, but try to come in here with a Sharpie and mark it right there, so you know, okay, that's perfect. So when I open and close this, it's not gonna interfere too much. Like I said, it'd be easier for you because you'll have both your hands. All right, so these rear seats are done. I'm gonna show you right here. Bracket, use the existing hole, and drill another hole right there. I'm gonna see if I can get away with it, but I'd recommend just drill another hole because you can't really get into this one right here, depending on how you set everything up. But most of the time you can't get to that. So existing hole, drill another one, and then on the other side, exact same thing. And then that's what that flipped around bracket looks like in the back. Super simple. And this is just shut down like that. Got some headrests in the XJ now. I didn't show you this in the part one, but it's all working, wired up now. You got your rise and lower. All right, show you what it looks like from the front. Like I said, you got your headrest now. I also grabbed a mirror from WJ, just a little bigger, and I'll probably wire it up eventually. Might not, I don't know, but a little bigger mirror is nice. Also got a WJ steering wheel. But yeah, I got it all dark in here so I can show y'all this. I did that. That took hours, and I mean hours. That I was not going to embarrass myself and show how long that took, and show how I probably did it the longer way. Probably did it the worst way possible, but I got it up, as you can see. But yeah, I'm really liking these seats. Like I said, I still got to clean them up a little bit. I got my floor mats in. If you have floor mats like this, you're gonna have to cut little slots right there so you can back this thing up a little bit and seat it where it's supposed to be. But that's another one of those things that I might not I might not want to mess with. I don't know. If I do, it'll be super easy. Get you some good pair of scissors or snips and then cut those. But yeah, that wraps this video up. Well, this wraps this 2-part video up. I'm gonna get you a hardware list like I promised. Hopefully I got all the bags still. All right, so I use these guys for this bracket here. So you're gonna need 4 of these, because you know, 2 for each bracket. So these guys gonna want a washer for each side. So that's 8 washers and 4 nuts to go with those. And I went with the M8 inch and a half for these. It's a long story of why I went with M8, but you can get whatever the equivalent is to M8, or just get M8, make it a whole lot easier. But of course you're gonna need 2, 4, and then 6, 8 of those, along with washers and nuts for those. And this is that 5/16 right here. That one, I don't know what that is. That's a long one. That's something I had to dig out of my little toolbox. If you mount it, I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do this, because you could, like I said, this whole setup could be a little different for you depending on how you set this up. For example, I got a little gap under here. That won't bother me because I'm gonna figure out, I'm gonna either put a mat up here, back here, and it has a lip anyway that comes up about here, so it's gonna cover that up, so that doesn't bother me. But you might want to get yours lower, which will move this, which will move that. So I'm not gonna do what works best for you with that bolt, but this I definitely use a 5/16. But yep, this is all done. You got any questions, you know what to do. Ask me in the comments if I forgot anything. Hopefully I covered everything. I tried to. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, and good luck with it.